Jennifer Lopez poses confidently at 56 and sparks controversy at 56 years old. Jennifer Lopez is once again commanding headlines, not for a breakup, not for a movie premiere, not for a chart-topping single, but for a pose. A photo. A moment of unapologetic confidence. And somehow, that confidence has sparked controversy. Today, we're diving into why a woman standing confidently in her own body at 56 can still ignite debate in 2026. We'll unpack the reaction, the praise, the criticism, and what it all reveals about society's complicated relationship with aging, femininity, and power. Because this isn't just about Jennifer Lopez. It's about what happens when a woman refuses to shrink with age. Let's begin. The image: sleek lighting, sculpted silhouette, direct gaze. Jennifer Lopez posed with the kind of certainty that has defined her career for decades. Strong posture, intentional expression, zero apology, and within minutes, social media lit up. Some praised her. She looks incredible. Aging goals. Confidence queen. Others questioned, isn't this too much at 56? Why is she trying to look 30? She should age more gracefully. That phrase, age gracefully, is loaded. What does it really mean? Often, it translates to be less visible, be less bold, be less sensual. Jennifer Lopez did none of those things. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Male celebrities in their 50s and 60s pose shirtless and receive praise for being distinguished. Women? They're scrutinized. When a man maintains his physique, he's disciplined. When a woman does it, she's accused of trying too hard, being insecure, refusing to accept reality. But Lopez has built a career on rejecting limitations. From her early days as a dancer to global superstardom, she has consistently defied expectations about what a Latina woman in Hollywood can achieve. Now at 56, she's defying another expectation: that women should fade. Confidence in women can be polarizing. Especially confidence that is visible, physical, unapologetic. Jennifer Lopez didn't pose timidly. She posed like she belongs in every room she enters. That kind of presence can make people uncomfortable. Why? Because society often teaches women that confidence should soften with age. You can be confident in your 20s. That's youth. You can be confident in your 30s. That's ambition. But confident in your 50s? That challenges the narrative. And controversy often follows narrative disruption. Let's address the obvious. Jennifer Lopez looks physically strong. She has spoken openly about intense workouts, clean eating, sleep discipline, avoiding alcohol. Her physique is not accidental. It's the result of decades of consistency. Yet instead of being universally admired for discipline, she's questioned. There's a subtle resentment that can arise when someone embodies long-term self-care, because it reflects effort. And effort is confronting, especially in a culture that normalizes burnout. 20 years ago, a photo like this would appear in a magazine and fade. Today, it circulates globally in seconds. Algorithms reward outrage. Mild appreciation doesn't trend. Controversy does. So posts get framed as too much, desperate, iconic, binary extremes. But human identity isn't binary. Lopez existing confidently at 56 becomes content. Debate becomes engagement. Engagement becomes profit. And suddenly a pose becomes a cultural battleground. There's another layer worth examining. Jennifer Lopez has long navigated stereotypes about Latina women. Hypersexualization, temperament assumptions, body scrutiny. When she poses confidently, those stereotypes resurface in commentary. Some critics frame her confidence as excess. But for many fans, especially women of color, her visibility at 56 is powerful. It challenges ageism, ethnic bias, Hollywood's narrow standards. Representation doesn't stop at 30. And Lopez is proof public figures don't exist in isolation. Whenever Jennifer Lopez posts something bold, speculation follows. Is she proving something? Is this a response? Is it about reinvention? But here's a possibility. Maybe it's not about proving. Maybe it's about ownership. At 56, a woman who has navigated marriage, motherhood, global fame, and public scrutiny might simply feel comfortable in her skin. And that comfort itself is radical. Let's be practical. Jennifer Lopez is not just an artist. She is a brand. Fragrance lines, beauty ventures, fashion collaborations, music, film. Her image is part of her business strategy. Confidence sells. Strength sells. Vitality sells. But that doesn't make it fake. It makes it strategic. There's power in understanding how to control your narrative rather than letting tabloids control it for you. And Lopez has mastered that art. When someone ages visibly yet powerfully, it confronts collective fear. Aging is one of society's biggest anxieties. Seeing a woman at 56, radiant, fit, in control. For some, it's inspiring. For others, it's unsettling. Because it dismantles the myth that aging equals decline. And when myths collapse, backlash often follows. Jennifer Lopez posing confidently is not just about appearance. It symbolizes autonomy, longevity, self-definition, discipline, resilience. It says, I am still here. I am still powerful. I am still visible. And visibility is powered. In the end, the controversy says more about society than it does about Jennifer Lopez. A 56-year-old woman standing confidently should not be revolutionary, but in many ways, it still is. The debate reveals. Ageism isn't gone. Double standards persist. Confidence in women still challenges norms. Jennifer Lopez didn't ask permission to pose boldly. She didn't dim her light to make others comfortable. And whether you admire her, critique her, or feel indifferent, her visibility forces a conversation. About aging. About confidence. About who gets to take up space. And perhaps that's the real story. Closing music swells. At 56, Jennifer Lopez isn't fading. She's defining. And that, more than anything, is why people are talking. When a public figure like Jennifer Lopez posts a confident image at 56 and backlash follows, the reaction isn't random. It's psychological. There's a concept known as social comparison theory. People instinctively compare themselves to others to measure worth, success, and desirability. Now imagine scrolling through your phone and seeing a 56-year-old woman in peak physical shape, radiating confidence, owning her image. For some viewers, it's motivating. For others, it triggers discomfort. Why? Because it disrupts the internal timeline many people carry. At 40, I'll slow down. At 50, I'll fade into the background. At 60, visibility won't matter. Lopez's image challenges that subconscious contract. And when personal narratives are challenged, defensiveness can follow. Criticism often masks insecurity. One of the most common criticisms aimed at women over 50 who embrace glamour is, she's trying too hard. Let's unpack that. Trying too hard to what? Be visible? Be attractive? Be confident? Men in their 50s are rarely accused of trying too hard when they dye their hair, maintain muscular physiques, date younger partners, star in action films. But women are expected to transition quietly into invisibility. So when Lopez continues to perform, pose, and present herself boldly, it disrupts expectations. And disruption invites commentary. The phrase trying too hard often means, you're not performing the age script we assigned you. Hollywood has long struggled with aging actresses. Leading roles for women historically diminish after 40. Romantic leads become rare. Complex,